Hey guys, happy Splash here. Good morning. It is 7/12/2021. Right now we're going to be doing some pit and then some league afterwards. All right, so let's check in and let's go. All right, we're just getting out of our guild. We're in our squad, getting our pirate ready, and then we're going to give our pet, give our units a little bit of protection, close it up. And let's go to Dungeon Trials to get that pit started. So it's going to start. I really wish raids would come back, but I don't think it's ever going to come back. All right, so we have this pit boss here. Let's take a look at these skills. All right, so Zombie Death deals damage to us. Every third turn, they'll summon 2 zombies, and then every 7th turn, they'll transform our melee units, enemies being our units, into zombies. So we're going to try and hold off on summoning melee units, and then also be aware that we'll take some damage. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, first things first, we're going to do our pentagrams, and then we're going to summon a ranged unit over here. Take a look at their buildings. So damage to our warlord, and then damage to their warlord. Not really that important right now. All right, so they have a zombie on the damage pentagram, so won't worry about that. Like I said, we're trying to avoid summoning melee units because they're going to be transformed into zombies later on. So we're just going to be summoning ranged units for now. Our pentagram placement is actually pretty good. Yeah, our pentagram placement is pretty good right now because people keep landing on our stuff. And we're just going to go for damage really early. Next turn, we'll probably put a unit to destroy this building so that we can get some more damage spread out over the lanes. All right, so seeing here, damage to random, and then just kill that. That's fine. We're going to be summoning our common over here just to get it out of our inventory, and we're placing it in the second row over here so that we have some options if we need to block in the lane or just put another ranged unit over here. So more stuff over there. Gonna be summoning our building. We're using as many commons as we can in the early hit stages so that we don't have to draw them for later. All right, so we got damage over there. Next turn, gonna have some more zombies. Someone over here, and I think we're good actually for lethal. Yep. All right. So pretty straightforward boss there. Not a lot of damage, and they kept on landing on our pentagrams. So because of that, we didn't have to worry so much about their units. Okay, getting some rewards. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. And that one's pretty good too. Cool. All right, checking out the next boss over here, looking at their skills. So whenever an ally heal triggers, I guess ally for their side is going to trigger a heal, will deal damage to one of our units. On the third turn, they'll summon 2 first aid tents, and then on the 7th turn, they'll deal damage to our warlord for each each first aid tent. All right. So looks like we'll have to get rid of some of these tents, and we'll be taking some extra damage, and then heal is going to occur on their units a lot. All right, let's go. All right, first things first, let's do our pentagrams. Exact, right in the middle, and 1 per. Very nice. All right, let us start with our common over... Well, we'll start a common over here. And the reason why we're putting it over here is because we don't necessarily need to block for double damage right now. We just want to make sure that we have some board coverage, and then we can also put a ranged unit behind here for protection. All right, so we got that over there, that there, 10. And we're just summoning this melee unit so that we can attack here and get rid of this unit. And we're not really so concerned about this other extra summon over here. So we got that. All right, yeah, this is fun. Summoning our ranged unit now, deal some damage over here, and then the pentagram will destroy this. All right, so those first aid tents did come into play. So at the beginning of the turn, we'll heal their units, and then, yep, heal their units. And as you can see, those those buildings will also give some form of protection for their units. All right, they got this unit. Whenever one of their units dies, it will heal another one to max health. So we'll have to pick that off. Summon our common over here. It has double attack, so we can get through and destroy those. And now it's looking pretty good right now. We got some health on our units, and we are at full health, and we just need to take care of these tents. All right, so we got damage. Place this over here. Okay, and it actually looks like they fixed the skill timer. So normally it would go 2 and then the skill would happen on the 2, but it actually happens now on the 1, which is kind of nice. So you'll know what is coming next. All right, so damage there. We'll summon another common and we'll put this over here. I know that I blocked this unit from attacking, but I wanted the higher health along all of our lanes, so that's why I did it. All right, so we got damage there, damage here. Next turn, we're going to take damage to our Warlord for every first day tent that's on the field, so we'll try to deal as much damage as we can to those. So we'll summon our ranged unit over here to destroy this. This will be destroyed by the pentagrams, and then I guess we'll take some damage here, but that's fine. Still gonna look to cycle out our commons. So in this point, we'll actually start blocking some of our units. So we'll do that. So we're putting this melee unit in front of this unit so that it can't attack, and then it'll actually give us some more opportunities to draw out our commons. All right, we'll do that over there. That's gonna do that. Put this over here. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward battle right now. A lot of these tents coming out and just a little bit of blocking, and there's still going to be a little heal. Let's see here, we got damage 40 over there. Placing another ranged unit here. Actually, I'm actually going to cycle and see if I can draw out a melee unit from our commons. There we go. And normally I wouldn't be doing this, but because it's so early in the pit stages, I would do that just so that we can have better draws for later on. So we'll use up one more shuffle if this is not a melee unit. All right, so we got damage over there, damage over there, damage. Oh, there's going to be lethal over here already, so we'll just shuffle out. And we just got our ranged unit. That is fine. Yep. All right, so we're just summoning that for getting it out of our inventory. And there you go. That was the pit boss over there. Some boards. This one is very nice. All right. This one's very nice too. And that one's okay. New Mother Owl is actually pretty good. So more of these copies is actually very good for us. All right. So as you see here, the next boss will be available in 1 day. So we'll check back in. We can just do a little preview of what the skills are and then talk about a little bit of strategy. All right, so whenever an ally attacks stealing triggered, so that means whenever one of their units steals attack from us, it will give plus health to all of their units. On the third turn, our, let's see, negative attack to enemies for 1 turn, so that means that all our units will take a attack decrease for a turn. And then on the 6th turn here, it will kill all units on our side of the field with 0 attack. I don't know if that necessarily means that for buildings that they don't have 0 attack. So we'll have to check in on see if that's going to affect that. I know for sure that if our units ourselves, the ones that can attack, if they have 0 attack, then they will die. So we'll have to make sure we summon units with high attack. And then also over here, avoid the attack steal because then they're going to get plus health on their units. And so we just got to keep those skill timers in mind. All right, let's also check out the next one as well because they open in 2 cycles. So in pit bosses, 2 new ones open every other day, or every day rather. So we'll also do a preview of this one here. All right, so this one here, every 3rd turn it deals damage to enemies being our units except nature. Every 4th turn will deal damage to units except order, and then every 5th turn deal orders damage to nature, or deals damage to units that are not chaos. So an easy way that I remember for these boss, because I've faced this one before. So it's nature, order, chaos. So NOC. So on these specific turns, or at least the turn before, you just summon a nature unit, an order unit, and a chaos unit, and then you'll avoid taking damage there. All right. So let's close that up. All right. The next thing we're going to do is, ooh, we have Divine Arena, as I just saw here. So we'll actually do some Divine Arena. You can see by the exclamation point, that means that there's something new going on. So let's check it out. All right. We're seeing here, we have a Harbinger of Darkness on the left, and then a Son of Woods on the right. And then the flavor text here is telling us brains and what? Oh, this is like, what is it? That video game Plants vs. Zombies. All right, let's check it out. All right, taking a look at their skills. So they have spikes to themselves for 2 turns, meaning that if we attack them, we're going to take some damage to our units. Next is silence all units on our side, except buildings, and then plus attack to nature. Taking a look at these buildings here, just a lot of spikes. All right, and we'll take a look at our skills later on. All right, let us see. Since we're going to have spikes, we're going to have a lot of... All right, we'll summon units that have high health so we can take some combat damage from the spikes. And then we're actually not going to hit these buildings until they activate the spikes. The reason why is because once they activate spikes, as long as we don't attack the warlord, we won't take damage to our units. So we'll just summon units along here to damage the, the buildings. All right, so they have a unit here, attacks negative attack for turn and spikes as well. We'll summon a ranged unit to start attacking their units. And this unit here poisons a unit for a little bit of damage, so this should die in... Oh, this dies next turn because this gives poison when attacked. So, pretty good. All right, so we got that over there. That's going to die from poison. Going to, again, summon units with high health, and we're actually going to summon this over... Interesting. We'll summon this over... I'll summon this over here. We'll get some damage in. I was thinking about just hitting those buildings, but we'll trade some damage in for now. And yeah. So this one here summons a rotter in front of themselves when it's attacked. All right, so this one's here. So this one gets a little bit of protection. This unit here gives spikes to another ally, so we'll have to get rid of this one as soon as we possibly can. And we'll place another, well, yeah, we'll summon this over here. All right, so we'll get rid of that so that we can get rid of that extra spikes that's going to occur. This unit now has a little bit more spikes. And once again, we're just summoning units with a high health so that we can avoid taking those spikes damage for later on. So we got that over there. Yeah, we can kill this now. It's fine. Summoning unit, another unit with high health. Okay, they still haven't activated spikes yet, which is kind of surprising, but that's okay. We have a couple of attacking units, and at least one of them can take damage. So that's good. Over there. Summon once again. Actually, we'll need to deal a little bit more damage this time, so we'll summon this unit here. Steals attack, and then also does that poison attack. The poison reflect once it gets attacked, so that is good. Next turn, we'll be able to kill this. Got that over there, and yep, we'll move on. We'll summon our ranged unit over here with the high health. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. We can take actually a couple of hits from their units, so that this is fine. We're going to switch our strategy now to just dealing as much damage as we can. All right, let's do our ability. I know we have a summon over here, so we'll do that. And then we have an attack boost to our ranged units, which won't actually be enough to destroy that, but we can deal some extra damage to this lane over here. Actually, no, this is lethal right here. What am I thinking? I'll skip the turn just to avoid some death triggers. Don't want to change the board state. And then we attack, and there we go. All right, so that was the zombie side. I guess I should have done the plant side first to be in with theme. That's okay. Now we'll do the Son of Wood side, and let's go. Sorry, my my nose is itching this morning. All right, let's take a look at their skills. So these are the skills that we had, which pretty much are the same. The buildings are also the same. So sets attack to 1 per turn, has a ranged unit that also sets attack to 1, and then also plus attack to ranged allies. All right, same thing first. We're actually going to do the same thing with our high health units, and then we'll go from there. But this time we are going to target their buildings. And the reason why we're targeting their buildings is because, so the key thing is that our removal involves us having open lanes. So we want to make sure that we can get rid of their buildings so that they can't have stuff behind it. All right, so we have this here. That's going to go for there. Yeah, let's just start with spikes to get some damage going. And we're also going to place this over. I don't want to trigger off that, what do you call? I don't want to trigger off the block of this unit. So basically what will happen is this unit will attack and we'll do a summon and it may randomly end up blocking this lane. And I want this unit to take damage for now. All right, this is fine. I know this unit does poison once it dies, so it's gonna hold off there. Yeah, we'll let this happen. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit more damage. This is how we're gonna maximize on these spikes, dealing the damage. So we're gonna take damage from this. This will die. This will take some damage, but it won't die, and that's the problem. This will attack and set the attack of our units to 1. We're going to hold off on our silence until we have other units that can affect the field, as they did right now. So all of our units are now poisoned. Oof, still need to deal with this. And this one too. See, we got that. Well, this is fine. All right, hopefully we'll get an extra summon to block for damage here. Which we do, so that's good. Like I said, that's why we didn't want to summon the first time, to block in the lane. And actually, probably should not have let that happen because now lethal is there. Ugh, okay, so like I said, that is why we wanted to hit those buildings first so that they can hide behind stuff. We will do this again. All right, let's see here. Same thing, we're gonna make sure that we hit those buildings, and this time we're gonna hit this building first so that we can have the all the lanes open. Shouldn't have hit this building first time because there's nothing there to guard. All right, so we have that. I know this is poison for a little bit, and that'll be 2736. Yeah, that should be enough to kill that. All right, next turn we're going to be summoning one of our high melee health units, and we're going to go from there. We're not going to take the spikes damage off this because we can actually beat this in combat. So we're going to summon, let's see here. Yeah, we'll summon this one here. So we'll summon that. And we're summoning it in the second lane here so that we can actually put units to block for damage. Looks like we have a lot of melee units in our squad, so this is why we're doing it in this particular way. I'm looking for that thing here. It's to give spikes to a random ally, so that one is good. I'm gonna attack over there. I'm gonna be placing this over here so that we can both deal damage, and then we can actually have this unit blocked, so we can keep that spikes going every time one of the enemies attack. What's this one over here do? Poison dart. Oh, there we go again. All right, well, we'll do the spikes, and we'll actually do the silence here so that they don't get an attack boost. Forgot about that one here. So they can just take the spikes damage normally. Weird spot. All right, yeah, well, all the damage is going to occur. We will continue with putting... we don't need a high melee unit this time. We'll just put this one here. All right, so this lane is covered by damage, so this is going to take some damage, this is going to take some damage. Next turn, we'll then put our high melee unit here to block if needed. So you got there, there. Okay, we're going to block for damage here. Okay, they did summon their range unit. That's going to set our attacks to 1, but we still have this unit here that's giving spikes. All right, and there we go. We are letting our spikes take care of that. So now we're going to destroy this. We're going to at least have this blocked. I'm going to be putting another one of these here. Actually, we're going to do our summons because we need to start blocking for additional lanes. Okay, so this one's kind of close. Kind of close. Still have our spikes giving over there. Okay, this unit, when it dies, it's going to set the health of our units to 2 of our units to 1, so we're going to be placing something pretty big there if we can. Biggest one here is going to be this one. Yeah. And then next turn, if these 2 lanes are still open, we're going to do our skill here to increase the nature attack. All right, so... Oh no! Hey, the poison actually... Oh man, that's not good. All right, we're gonna have this over here, gonna have this over there. Ooh, can we actually take damage? I don't think we can. Oh boy. All right, so plus attack to nature, and then we need to block for damage. So we'll do this one here. Uh-oh. So they can deal damage here. If they summon a ranged unit here, we are toast. And of course we're toast. Ah! That extra damage. I had this going. All right. One more time. One more time. All right, same strategy. All right, let us make sure that we have full coverage of the board if we can. So we are going to start with our unit there. And actually, we're going to save our second skill, the silence, for when that other range unit, the range unit that looks like a mummy, that one gives poison. So we're going to hold off on that one. All right, let us continue. We got this over here. Some of this over here. So it looks like our key is going to keep this unit alive so we keep on getting spikes to our units. And then as we have more melee units and more blockers on the field, they'll get more spikes, and then we can deal our damage there. So this will die in combat. This will... Oh, so it is getting it. Okay, we do need to hold off on that. So we'll do our spikes so we can deal some damage. We're going to hold off on our silence because we don't really care so much about that. That's going to die. And we are going to continue with our... Let's see, we're going to continue with this one here. I know this one has a little bit of regeneration, so that's good. All right, setting the attack to 1. Attack to 1 really doesn't matter right now because we're not really attacking. We're just making sure that we can keep our units alive so that eventually we have the spikes to get rid of everything once that happens. All right, so ranged unit came out there. Damage, damage, and damage. All right, I really did want to wait for that, what do you call that poison unit, but that is okay now. We'll just do our silence because we can't really take that much more damage. And we will also play this melee unit over here. I really should have actually played this one. I know this one's actually much better. As you can kind of see, it says, so it gets blocked whenever it gets attacked, and all those units are pretty small. But this unit has higher health, and so we just do that for now. It gives allies plus attack. And then, oh, okay, so that is why. You actually need to have something behind it in order to get the most out of this. All right, so in this case, we'll do our... Is that going to be... Oh, that actually won't be enough to destroy that, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, what is it doing? It's also negative attack for these units, so this will help out a lot. All right, so that is now dead. All right, we'll use this unit now. Like I said, this gets blocked every time it gets attacked. But then that unit that died, it sets our health to 1. So these are now dead, and that's going to die. Well, we'll do the same thing again. We can give them all negative health again, or negative attack again, rather. And as you can see, let's see what the spike... Oh, I see it. So the spikes are going up very slowly. Spikes on this is big, and this one has no spikes right now. Ugh. All right. Like I said, it's getting kind of close. We can take the damage for that. And we're actually going to do an attack boost over here so that we can destroy this unit. Noticing this over here. All right. And again, that negative attack over there. And it has vampirism. Wow. Okay. Yikes. Still pretty vulnerable. Okay, got to put some more blockers. So that's what we'll do. This one might be better because this one has spikes and then the negative attack. All right, so this one is now out of commission because it has that negative attack going on. All right. Yikes! This is not good because we're dealing with damage over here and we need to block. Ah, yay. All right, if they summon a ranged unit now, we are toast. And we're toast. All right. I'm not blocking the lanes enough. That's probably what's going on. This one is very tough. I'm gonna get it done. I know I will. All right. Let us change this up. I guess we'll start blocking lanes instead. We will. All right, we'll start down here. Yeah, we'll start down here, and then I guess we'll leave these lanes open for damage, and then we'll use our spikes. And we have to pick the moment to use our silence correctly because these units are pretty rough. All right, so we got damage over there. We got this poison damage. So then this will die in 2 turns. This unit here, just making sure, vampirism to chaos. All right, and then this is, like I said, this will die from poison. So now we can just do our block over here. Actually, this will, let's see, damage. Oh yeah, this will actually make more sense. Yeah, because now once we summon this unit, it has that plus attack to our units in the line. So now this thing starts to become a threat. And also, since it has poison, even better. All right. So now we'll actually use our silence because of this unit. When it dies, it deals poison damage to all of our units. So we'll use our spikes and then silence that. So then no poison trigger. And then also, I think this time we're going to go for our summons here. So we can start spamming the board with our plants. All right, so they did their skill. So they're setting our attacks to 1. All right. And then got some damage over there. Some negative attack, steal. Got to attack that. We'll summon this unit right here. It has that spikes, and then also we got the negative attack to units. So a little bit of damage to our units, and then the spikes will destroy that there. So they did their ranged unit. 2 random units to 1. All right. And the spikes, spikes did not take care of that. We got damage over there. We'll summon our unit now here with the giving spikes to our units. All right, unit is still poisoned because of this here. All right, damage. I wonder what this one, I rarely use this one. So it heals. Okay. Sure. All right, so that'll die, and then when it dies, it gives poison to all of our units, so at least a couple of these will die. Okay, so you saw that poison go in. This will die from combat. This will die from combat. We're going to start again with our spawner, and we'll put it behind the high health. Okay, I like our board situation much more now. Those previous games were pretty rough. We just now focused on damage. Let's do our attack boost and then say someone arranged, and we should have lethal here. Yep. Yep. All right, cool. Sorry guys about that. That took way too long. All right, for those who are tuning in right now, we just finished Divine Arena, and then we also finished the first two pit bosses for the day, and we're going to do some more pit bosses tomorrow. Now we're going to switch over to League. So we're going to switch back our Warlord. Currently we're using the Pirate for the pit. Now we're going to switch back to our Geisha here. Also equip our pet. And then we're just going to go for some quick battles. Let's claim these chests to get them out of the way. We're going to hold off on that legendary chest over here because we need to save it for the world event. All right, and then we're also going to be skipping pretty much any battle with Ogre or any other high health opponent, so that we can get these battles in quick. So if it looks like it's either too frenetic or not sticking around long enough, it's for sake of time. So keep going. And as you can see, we have a much smaller opponent in terms of health, so we'll stick with that. Okay, great. We're just going to do our summon over here, and then we're going to be doing this over here. All right, so we did our summons just so we can get some extra damage on the board with our skill. And then also here, we summon this unit because it has extra attack. It allowed us to attack through this building and then attack this unit. Okay, summon a unit here with silence, and that silences our units, and then also the life palace. Let us see what makes more sense. We're gonna do this over here. So we're just summoning our ranged unit in this particular spot, and then also giving us a little bit more damage along the line. I should make an OP Ogre army. What does OP Ogre army look like? Are you talking about just using Ogre and then just crushing stuff? All right, let's see what makes more sense. Yeah, this one makes more sense. All right, so we'll summon this unit, deal some damage in the buildings, damage over there, and we had the extra damage from our unit here, and we got the lethal in a couple turns. All right. All out offense. I could. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the Ogre, just because all of their skills are pretty much defensive, and they don't destroy anything, and there are no extra summons for attacking units, so that's why I kind of don't use Ogre. But yeah, I mean, there are certain builds that you could make for Ogre. It's kind of tough to say, because I'm not really what do you call it? Like, I don't really use Ogre that often. But I can try. I mean, yeah, we can celebrate and create some new squads. All right, so we summon that unit over there. The unit has double attack. We're allowed to attack the building and then the unit behind it. This is fine. We'll do, let's see how much damage we're going to take. We can take some damage. That's fine. Extra damage all the way. Whee! So this unit, when we attack, will deal damage to our warlord, but we have a lot of health, so we can take it. Also, they don't have a lot of health, so they kind of have to, do something for us. So summon a unit, attacks, freeze random units. Oh, 2 of them there. Oh, we can. Wow, we actually cannot. All right, yeah. Well, I guess we use our destruction skill. We'll summon a ranged unit here to get some extra damage. And yeah, we're short on lethal there, but that's fine. We have units in 3 lanes over here. We summon this unit because it also silences the male unit, so that means no more. So male unit here, and no more of that freezing stuff. And there we go. All right, moving on. All right, same thing. So we're gonna start with our summon, get another unit on the board, and then we're gonna be summoning our ranged unit over here. We're summoning it over here because this melee unit has the most health out of the quote-unquote buildings that we can place it behind. So we'll give it a little bit of protection. Next turn, we're going to be summoning either one of these ranged units, and then hopefully we'll have lethal in some form. All right, so unit with double attack, got rid of that over there. I think we'll actually summon this over here. So the reason we actually summon this unit is because it gives an attack boost to units in the row over here, and we're going to try and set up a, well, we're going to set up a huge board attack, but they just surrendered, so that's fine. Getting a wind chest over here. Ooh, more Mother Owl stuff. That'll be good. All right, and keep going. High health and ogre, so we'll get out of here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Z Cry Lexen Cry Zekrel Cheryl maybe? I will, I'll make an ogre squad for tomorrow, and then yeah, you can see what it looks like there, and you can either comment or say it's really bad or really good, whatever. Yeah, we'll do some new stuff. Right, so ogre battle here, but their warlord has low health, so that's fine. They have heal here, silence, and then the stones with heal. Let's see if we can set up some board wipes. Pretty close. All right, we'll summon this unit over here. Just getting our extra summon out for some extra block and some extra damage. And then we're summoning this unit here because it starts to give miss to another unit for a turn, and then also that attack boost. So hopefully we'll actually be able to show you that cool combo that I was going to do last turn, or last game rather. Okay, looks like we were able to. So we're going to be summoning this unit here. It has the multiple attacks. We're placing it in the same row here. So this unit will attack, give a health attack boost, and then there you go. Turns into really big attack, and then the really big attack happens 4 times. All right, 3 more here. Ogre battle with high health, so we're going to skip that. Yeah, so in League 1, the range of stuff that's happening in terms of who your opponents are going to be, they range anywhere. You'll see units, warlords with health that are as low as 200 to as high as 1800. So there is a big range difference in terms of warlords and people that you're going to be facing. So that is okay. Also, in order to advance or drop from League 1, you need to be either top 50 or top 300. And currently we're in the middle, about 213. So that is why we're okay to actually surrender a lot of those battles that we don't want to fight. All right, so just checking for death triggers. I'm pretty sure they don't have any. Yeah, we can just attack for damage over here. All right, 2 more. All right, high health, so we're getting out of here. All right, I'm expecting a high health here anyways. And the reason why is you can tell based upon what the gear is on their warlord. With more armor and more, more ornate stuff, it's going to be higher health. This one is okay. We'll go for this one. So we'll do our summon first, and then we're actually going to do, interesting. Very interesting. We're actually going to do this one over here. So the reason why I summon this unit is because, well, you'll see it at the beginning of the next turn. So this unit turns into a building anyways, and it gives mental shield to one of our units, so we'll get a little bit of protection. And then as you see, these extra attack runes, they did come into play, so we're going to be able to deal a little bit more damage going in. All right, this is good. Summon this over here. So we summon this unit because it silences male units, so now this unit doesn't have any more of its skills. And this is the male symbol for that. And we're summoning it behind here so that we have some protection. And then also, this deals damage at the beginning of the turn to units with, as long as we have a unit on the field. So then, as you see here, the damage is there. So all their units are now wounded. We'll do our destruction skill. And then also, we will, let's see, what makes the most sense? We got damage. Yeah, we'll summon this over here. It'll be pretty close to lethal. Oh, it actually is lethal. Even better. Yeah, so you saw that little setup in turn 1. You had the summon. Turn 2, we had our damage unit. And then turn 3, we had the board wipe. And then with the extra attack, we got the win. All right, we got one more. And then we should be done for now. We'll skip this one. Even though they have a weaker pet, as you can see here, this one is the common pet. So yeah, we could have done that, but that one's fine. We can probably find an easier one or a quicker one too. All right, so as you see, 222 health. Like I said, big range. So we'll start with our summon, and then we'll do our range unit. Okay, and I did pick this unit with the higher health. It deals damage based upon the health of one of our units, so that is why you saw that big damage. Next turn we will have lethal anyways because of the double attack. You can also just summon this one too, deal damage to all the units, and then attack for game there. Alright, so there you go. For those who are just tuning in, we just finished up League, and we're just going to be waiting for more chests. We finished the new Divine Arena with the quote-unquote Plants versus Zombies. Took a little bit more of attempts here just because I went for a more defensive approach, but I guess the offensive approach is actually much better. So we'll keep that in mind for future ones. And then we also did the Dungeon of Trials pit. We finished the first 2 pit bosses, and then we are now just waiting for more attempts. We get more attempts every 12 hours, and these open in the next day. So we'll just wait back for tomorrow. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, and we actually don't have Journey to do anymore, which is very good. We finished Journey over the weekend, which was really cool. You can check out those videos later on the YouTube. So yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. I know I saw a couple of new faces, so that was kind of cool. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, or concern, leave a message on Twitch, Discord, or YouTube. The content and streaming schedule is up there in the white box. Please like and please follow on Twitch for the live stream, as you saw, and then like and subscribe on YouTube for more videos. We have all the Journey videos from 25 of 40 Rondo, so check them out there. They're going to be up at 11 o'clock, so in a couple hours. And they also have some other world events, Dark Tower, Pit, anything you can think of. And if you don't see it there, leave a message, and yeah, we'll make some stuff. So like, for example, we're going to be making an OP Ogre army. So check back in tomorrow for that. All right, guys, this is Happy Splasher. Thanks for tuning in, and signing off.